We all are aware of our vertical transportation systems such as stairs, elevators, and escalators. But what if I told you I'm scared of all three of those? Okay, but I didn't just wake up one day and decided to be scared of these vertical transportation systems. That's right. I blame it on how they malfunctioned on me for some reason. Let's start with stairs. We use stairs to climb up or down the building or wherever we need to go. In grade 1, it was winter, and I was in a puffy jacket. I guess I wasn't looking down where I was going because I was in a puffy jacket and snow pants. It was hard to quote unquote watch my step. As I went down the stairs, I slipped and tumbled down. I was okay though. No limbs were broken, I wasn't broken, so yeah, that was good. Next, let's talk about escalators. Those moving stairs that also help you go up and down from wherever you need to go. Usually, you can find them in subway stations or like malls, but I used to really fear going up to down from the escalator. I blame my sister for this one, but here's the story. We were going to some place and we were in the subway station, and as soon as I stepped onto the first step, my sister immediately pulled me away, and that's when the fear struck. I was genuinely scared after that. I told my mom if we could use the elevator, and she reluctantly agreed. The funny thing is that I think this was a grade 6 field trip, but I had to go down from the up to down escalator, and luckily my best friend was there at the time to hold my hand through it all. Man, I have such good people in my life. Lastly, my fear of elevators. Strap in your seatbelts because this is going to be a long journey. I was in grade 4 at that time, and I was eating a bowl of cereal. I didn't want to waste the cereal, so I ate it. Once I got to school, I felt sick, like I wanted to puke. That was the day of the bar graph test. My friends and I went to the library, and that sick feeling wasn't going away. I thought it was just my nerves. Little did I know, I was so wrong. We got out of the library and we began our test. I needed to ask my teacher for help, and I remember she was giving me a clue. I tried to sound out the word addition, but then I threw up. Yeah, it was not so good. Luckily, my best friend got my bag and stuff, and I was sent down to the office. Yes, I know you're like, how does this relate to your phobia of elevators? Well, that part hasn't come yet, but I'll tell you. So, I live in an apartment building, which means we need to use an elevator or stairs to get up to the floor. We decided to use the elevator, but that day I vomited on the desk and the bar graph test. I told my mother not to specifically go to that elevator. I guess my gut was telling me danger, not safe. So yeah, and my mother didn't listen. We went inside and we thought we'd get to our floor, but that's when the elevator was stuck in between the lobby and floor 2. My mother was hyperventilating because she thought that I was going to puke all over again inside the elevator. That obviously didn't happen, but anyway, she didn't even think to call the management. Instead, she decided to call my father. I guess when you're panicking, you kind of go into a frenzy and you just do the first thing that comes in your head. So, yeah, after we called the management, they said they'd help us out. Also, this is a bit random, but we heard some man screaming behind the elevator doors since we were begging for someone to help us out. Eventually, we got help thanks to the management, and I was basically traumatized after that. We reached home, and my mother invited my aunt and basically ranted to her on how we got stuck in the elevator. To this day, I'm like, this is what happens when you don't listen to me. Then again, I guess we were put through a lot that day, and honestly, I'm glad we safely reached home. Also, if you're wondering if I did the bar graph test again, yes, I did, and I somehow managed to get a B plus on it. I also decided that I was gonna call that test the barfograph test since I barfed on it literally. So you guys reached the end of the video. Yay! So yeah, I know we all have our phobias and fears, but this video really helped me to rant out my phobia of vertical transportation systems. I also got over my phobia of escalators, but the elevator one sadly still remains. I'm glad you all heard me ramble, and let me know if you have any phobias and fears in the comment section below. Also, Happy New Year! Again, I'm so grateful for the amount of love and support you've all shown me. But as always, I'll see you later. Bye!